We're learning Zilli Nishmas Etta Ahuva Yaakov Masechet Erchin Perches Mishnah Beis. Omar Echad Harei Hi Shali Be'eser Slom. Let's say someone wants to be paid the field from Hegdish for 10. Be'echad Omer Be'esrim, Be'echad Omer B'Shleishim, Be'echad Omer B'Arbaim, Be'echad Omer B'Chamishim. The second person says 20, third 30, the fourth 40, and the fifth person says 50. Now Chazer Boisha Chamishim, the one that says 50 changes his mind. So Memashkin Meinachasav ad Eser. He's responsible still for 10, and the remaining 40 will go back to the 40 person. Chazer Boishal Arba, Memashkin Meinachasav ad Eser, Chazer Boishal Shlosh, Memashkin Meinachasav ad Eser, Chazer Boishal Eser, Memashkin Meinachasav ad Eser, Chazer Boishal Eser, Moichin Oiser B'Shav, V'Nefra Mishal Eser, as HaMoiser. And that continues if the one that says 40 is Chayzer, so he's responsible again for 10, and we go to the 31, until you go back to the 10 one, and if he also changes his mind, then we would resell it, and if it sells for anything less than 10, then the person who said 10 would be responsible for that difference. And the Gemara says, Omar in that first case, that the one that said 50 was chayzer, he's responsible for 10, is only if the one that said 40 was not chayzer. Let's say the one that says 50 and 40 are both chayzer, then mishalshalim beineim, and the Gemara comes out that we're talking about bebas achas. So if the one that says 50 and 40 are both chayzer bebas achas, or then if they're all chayzer bebas achas, then the halacha would be mishalshalim beineim. Rashi learns mishalshalim beineim is, let's just go in that first case, that the one that says 50 and the one that says 40 are chayzer at the same time, so then Rashi learns the one that says 50 would for sure be chay for 10, as if the same way it was bezach hazek, because that's clear that he said 50, so he was responsible for 10 more. But the 10 of the one that said 40, that would be mishal shalim beineim, they would split it. So come out, the one that said 50 would have to pay 15, 10 plus 5 of the one that said 40, and the one that said 40 would only have to pay 5. That's the way Rashi learns. The Rambam says that Mishal Shalim Beineim in the Gemara, in the Subchista's Memra, means that the one that say 50 and 40 would split the 20. So in this case, where it was the same equal bill, they would just have to pay 10 each. But in a case where the Rab brings down where, let's say, one said 20 and the next person said 24, so then the difference would be 14. Each of them would pay 7. The Mishnah continues, which what we said previously, that habaylam oimer be'esem v'choladam oimer be'esem, if the baylam say 20 and everyone else says 20, habaylam koidmim neishem oisifim choymich. We already said in the last Mishnah that there's really 3 reasons altogether. First of all, the baylam is chaviva, the field, so they would pay more. Second of all, because mitzvah ba'adain, that it's the mitzvah that the adin should be paid there. And now the Mishnah is also saying because they would give choymish, so that would be more. Mishnah Gimel, Omar echad harei shali be'esem va'achas. Let's say the one person said, I'll give 21. So before this, the words of the Mishnah, you have to know that we're talking about that the Bailim themselves said that they would give 20. And if the Bailim, they're saying themselves that they would give 20, so they would have to give 20 plus a choymish. How much is a choymish of 20? So it's mavur from this Mishnah that a choymish of 20 is 25. Why? Really a fifth of 20 is 4. The Gemara B'Metzion and Gimel says that it's because choymish melabar. So after you have 25, then you do a fifth, so then a fifth is 5. So a fifth of 20 milabar is 5. So the Bailam now have to give 25. They said 20, but they would have to give 25 because of the Chaimish. But now comes along a person and he says 21. So the halacha is, haBailam noisim esim v'sheish. They have to give now 21 plus the 5 that they said originally of Chaimish. In other words, the Chaimish, we don't look at choymish of this other person's pledge. It's a choymish of what the Bailam originally said. That's what the Mishnah is going to say soon, shortly. The choymish is not on that which this other person upped it by 1, but rather on the Bailam's original 20. Now, once we know this, the Mishnah goes very smoothly, right? So if the Bailam said 20, which is really 25, and now someone says 21, so the Bailam have to give, instead of 25, they have to give 26, 21, plus their original 5 of choymish. If this other person says 22, so habaylam loisim esim v'sheva. They always have to add the 5. Esim v'shalish, habaylam loisim esim v'shoyin. Instead of 25, they now have to give 28, which is 5 more than the 23. Esim v'arba, habaylam loisim tisha v'esim. So they have to give 29. V'esim v'chamisha v'esim. Let's say the other person says 25. So now it comes out technically the same amount because the Bailam's 20 equal to 25, and this person says 25, so it's the same amount. So who has to give it? It's like the Mishnah, HaBailam Noisim V'Shleishim. The Bailam have to pay the 30. And here the Mishnah says the reason so the obvious question is, why are you saying that the Bailam have to give 30, 25 plus the original 5? It's coming out now the same amount because the Bailam originally said 20, which a fifth of 20 is 25, and this person's saying 25. So let the Bailam say, in fact, the Gemara, he's playing the same exact as me. So the Gemara has an ukimta and says that the Bailam actually didn't say 20 originally, they said 20 and a pruta. So therefore it's actually more than 25, it's 25 and a pruta, and this person's only saying 25, so now they have to be Moisiv Chaimish, which is 25 plus 5 altogether, they would have to give 30. So Rishash Esabam Kasha, and the Goyin asks this question also, that we said originally that the reason why we go basa the Bailam is because of 3 reasons. One of the reasons was because mitzvah ba'adain, that you have to go first to the Bailam first. So what's the Gemara's Kasha, that it's the same amount, it's 30, if you're saying 25 and I'm saying 25 because I'm saying 20 plus the 5 and you're saying 25, so it's both 25. But still, even if it's 50, you would 50-50, even if it's exactly the same amount, you would still go basa the Bailam al mitzvah ba'adin. So the Goyin is mechiach from here that the reason of mitzvah's geula ba'adin is not a reason within itself. It's taka only b'tzir of the other reasons. The Mishnah continues, Omar echad harehi shali be'esim v'sheish. If one person says 26 now, this is now more than the 25 that the Bailam had to pay, 20 plus their 5. So now, if they want, the Bailam could give more. They could give 26 plus 5, which would be 31. But over here, they don't have to give it because now, this other person's pledge of 26 is more than the 25 that the Bailam had to give originally.